Listen, let me start this statement off by saying welcome to the show. Here to put you up on topics that you really need to know. Live and center from the Ville, I introduce the coolest host. Ambitious Q, the DJ, got you ready, good to go.
Yo, what it do? Welcome back to a brand new episode of You Can't Sit With Us Radio, featuring myself, as always, Ambitious, aka the kid that never so dope, aka chilling like a booger, and the one and only man. Don't call him a DJ, call him King, the mother-loving DJ. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Man, good, man. It's our first episode back, man. So.
Yeah. This probably the better of like the virtual episodes. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like the first few we were trying to like kind of get our like appearances set up together, and like this is the first one where I feel just like comfortable with how I just like fully look.
Yeah, cause they be with this stream, they be trying to make you pay for everything. So
of course they do.
Had to get them on camera so you can look better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I feel good though.
Gotta let the people know how pretty you are. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, how you been doing in the storm, bro? For our first, however many hours we've been in this joint.
I'm good, man. I had to work earlier this morning. I got in though.
Oh yeah. So what? Do you go back tonight?
Nah, hopefully I go back to Monday night.
Okay. They just closed MNPS. They closed for 2 days. Yep.
What, Monday too?
Yeah. Supposed to.
Mm-hmm. Man, how was your Christmas though? You probably had 2 kids.
How was Christmas? Christmas was cool. But like usually my moms and all of them, they'll pull up, but everybody kind of did their own thing this year. So I was just here with the fam, man. Kids running around as they always do. But I think mixed with that, I was actually like working in December. Like people had December weddings, which was not common. So like I was working, and I think I got the weekend of Christmas or whenever that was and New Year's, but I was working those first 2 weekends of December. Yeah, man. So, it was cool though. How you enjoy yours, man? How it go down?
Man, I had to work 14 hours. Like going into Christmas, I had to work 14 hours.
So that paycheck was probably your gift then, man. You straight.
Man, it sucks how much taxes they take out, but
yeah, taxes do be cooking.
Crazy, man. All right, man, let's get to it. Like I said, it's our first episode of the year. We had as always, we keep the most amazing, talented, dopest, spectacular on the show. And today it's like no other. Man, I want to say, man, it's been a while since we had this guest on the show. It's been like 5 years. I had to go back to the YouTube archive.
Man, time, boy.
We weren't even doing video yet. That's how long.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We gotta go back to like episode 70, man.
Yeah, it's crazy to even think of when we weren't doing video. Like I barely remember pod before the video. That's pretty far back.
Yeah, it's just YouTube.
Yeah,
blank screen. And we actually don't even live in Colorado no more. I mean, we went to Denver to meet her in person for the first time and everything. She one of the nicest, coolest people ever. So if you got a problem with her, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know. It might be you. You might be the problem. Yeah, man. we got Baely back on the show with us. How you doing? How you feeling?
What's up? I'm feeling a lot warmer than y'all are.
Yeah, you are. I'm hating a little bit.
But it has been a minute. But dang, I didn't even think about that. I think, the last time that we spoke, I had long hair. I think I released Pretty. That was like one of my first ever songs. I'm pretty sure that was what we talked about. Mm-hmm. But damn, it's been a long time. Jeez, I don't even know if it's been 5. It might be over 5 years for real. It's 2026 now.
Yeah, man, that was probably a little distance back for real.
Yeah, long time. But yeah, I've been good. I've been blessed. I mean, I moved out to Phoenix from Colorado about 2 years ago. I released my first single last year. Of the year since the whole rebrand of Baely, because I used to go by my government name, Rachel. So I
Mhm.
went by Rachel Baely, and then I decided to rebrand myself, and I'm like, let's just drop the Rachel. Let's just go all into Baely. I had a dream about it. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a sign, Baely, and I think it fits me a lot. So, but yeah, everything's been good. Everything's been fun. Like Phoenix is an amazing city. Everybody's been hella supportive.
Yeah.
I was able to get my own studio out here. I sold my condo, bought my own studio, and
Yeah.
yeah, I just been creating, recording myself, dipping into engineering, and just really coming into my own as an artist. So
Yeah. How long is it? So how have you been there? Like less than 6 months?
in Phoenix,
Yeah.
no, I've been here for almost 2 years now.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. So that's perfect. So then I can ask her like, what are the differences that you feel from Denver versus Phoenix?
Well, the weather for one. So what we talking about? What kind of
Absolutely.
differences?
I mean, have you gotten into like the music scene there, like how it feels to be in that, and like how it feels in the city, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, what I will say is that I have taken a different approach out here. Denver
Mhm.
taught me a lot. So my approach to the music scene is a lot different than it was out in Denver. So maybe I could have had a very similar experience out there had I taken the same approach that I did here. But, Denver was really just like, it was like practice for me. You know what I'm saying? And practice how you play type practice, not to play it small or anything like that, but it was hardball practice for me. So I took everything that I learned from Denver and applied it to Phoenix. And so I feel like it's love out here. It's like I feel like everywhere I
Yeah.
go is love, honestly, because like that's what I'm aligned with. That's who I am. That's what I attract. So it's love everywhere I go. It's gonna be some
Right.
haters too. That's what comes with it. Like
Come with the
it's gonna
territory.
happen. You feel me? I know everybody has haters. So, but the love, honestly, is what I really pay attention to. And I feel like people out here in Phoenix are like really supportive. They really do love indie artists out here, which is dope. Like
Yeah.
I I don't always see that in every city, that they show indie artists so much love. But maybe it's just because they just have a plethora of super, super talented artists out here that like, people actually do enjoy going to these indie artists concerts. But yeah, that's what I've noticed since I've been out here. No comparing, but like what I have noticed out here is that it's just love. Like for me to
Yeah.
be fresh out here, everyone has just been so receptive from what I've seen on my end. So
Feel it. Feel it. That's dope.
So let's take it back. So cause you was born in Germany, right?
yep.
Okay. So you moved there, and then you went to North Carolina, Raleigh.
Actually, so my full journey, I was born in BK, Germany, Bad Kreuznach, Germany. From there, I moved to Texas, to Fort Hood, Texas, because I'm a military brat. So
Mhm.
I just bounced around a lot. Fort Hood, Texas, Wisconsin. My dad got out of the military, moved to Wisconsin, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, just really all over. But I do consider North Carolina to be my home base because, I went to middle school there. I graduated high school there. I did some
Yeah.
college out there. All of my family's from out there. Like, I know North Carolina like the back of my hand, and
Mhm.
that's home to me. Anytime and every time, I'm always gonna feel safe in North Carolina, no matter where I go. So
Feel that.
that's my journey. That's my journey. And then from I did actually move to Colorado at one point too when I was younger because my grandparents live out there. They've always lived out there. My mom graduated high school out at what was it? Aurora Central. That's where she graduated high school. So my mom is like pretty much from that area. So I used to go out to Colorado to see my grandparents a lot, and then we ended up moving out there when my sister was still in my mom's stomach for real. Like she wasn't even born. But I lived there for probably like a good 4, 5 years, maybe. I was a kid, so I think I moved there when I was like in third grade or something like that. And then I moved away when like just barely into sixth grade.
Cool. Oh, my bad. I thought I heard you talking on this end. My bad. Yo, so like if we think about that, like, how do you think that? Do you think that that's affected your life in any way? Like that you've touched so many different places, like in your life, more than most people have.
Yeah, for sure. That's something that I noticed back in Colorado is that there were a lot of the artists out there were like from there, they had roots there, and I really don't have that. Like, I don't have friends that I've been friends with since I was in preschool. You know what I mean? Because I moved around so much. I just always made friends everywhere I went. So I've noticed that when you plant roots in your city, it's just a lot different than when you're just coming on board. Sometimes I even feel like it's better to just move to a different city rather than be around the same people that you've been around all your life, because I feel like sometimes that they could kind of get used to your presence. So it's nice to just move around. But I do feel like there's an advantage for me, and that's just is that like I'm a fresh face every time I do move, and I can also just pick up and move anywhere I go. Like I consider myself a nomad, so like I'm able to just get up and go, and I just feel like abundance is always attracted to me. So I can figure it out on my own. I don't feel like I'm dependent on anybody or anything.
Yeah,
I can just go, that's my advantage.
that's fire.
I'm comfortable everywhere I go.
When was the gym like really important to you? I've been seeing you on your IG stories and your posts. You really been heavy in the gym. So when did that like become important to you?
I appreciate you noticing. But it was really, honestly, it was like after a really bad breakup that I had. I was just feeling awful. I was feeling so awful about myself. I didn't have that self-love like in my appearance, and then I started realizing when going to the gym, it really helped me more than just physically, but it helped me mentally to really sort some things out. And after that, it just became an addiction. Like it wasn't about like how I look or anything like that. It was more so just like how it makes me feel. Every time I left the gym, just moving my body, period. Every time I left the gym, I always felt like a clear mind. I felt like because my body is humbled, my mind is also humbled too. So like all of the energy that my body is putting towards not healing but recovering from the gym, I don't have time to be putting my energy towards any other bullshit. You know what I mean? So that's what
Yeah,
it did for me. It helped me to really just like level out my head and just be like, all right, what we gonna do? Cause like I'm hurting right now. I'm sore right now. I really don't feel like being angry right now. I don't feel like being annoyed. I'm just gonna carry on. So, but that's pretty much when, honestly. Shout out to my ex for that extra motivation. Thank you.
So I
Does
mean,
that
I keep going. My bad.
okay? Does that help with like conditioning on stage and stuff when you performing as well?
For sure, man, for sure. Especially cardio. And I hate cardio. It's not my favorite thing to do. But I have noticed that doing the cardio and even just like doing my research with artists like Beyonce, one of the greatest when it comes to performing and being able to have that amazing breath control. It always would make me feel so uncomfortable and like just intimidated when on stage when I ran out of breath. And I'd be like, oh shit, I'm running out of breath. I'm getting in my head. I'm forgetting my lyrics, and now I'm just like shaking. I'm nervous and I'm feeling like everybody can hear it. I'm getting in my head
Yeah,
about it. But when you condition, when I started conditioning is when I started building that confidence to just be able to hop around stage. My core was tightened a lot more. I feel like my diaphragm just it strengthened. There's a lot of benefits that come from cardio doesn't have to always be running, but just cardio in general, I feel like is a singer or a performer, period. It's there. It is a must. You have to fucking do cardio. Can I cuss? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you good.
Thank you. After I said it.
Good cue.
Yeah.
All right, Baely, talk about the song "Issues."
Nursing. Excuse me. Yes, issues. I mean, so I released a song last year. It's really about just me meeting someone that I didn't really have intent. Like, okay, I'm gonna put it like this. When you move somewhere, you go somewhere, you don't know, you came out of a breakup, you're at a situation, you've been single for a while, and you're going somewhere, you've told yourself, listen, I'm not getting into no situations, I'm focused on me, I'm doing me. I've seen this so many times and I've heard this so many times from people, and this is the situation that I was in, and then I met this person, and then I was like, oh shit, I think I like this person. And then I started to think about, like, damn, like, I'm low-key kind of crazy right now because I'm on her page. I'm low-key stalking her a little bit, trying to get a little insight of like what her life is like. I've met her. I'm really enjoying my time with her. And now I'm just like, damn, like, I don't think I didn't want to be here, but I'm here now, and I'm like realizing, damn, I have issues literally because, like, is she gonna be okay with me, popping up on her and catching the attitude of, and I'm just like thinking of things way in advance. Like when you start talking to that person and you're just like, I wonder what they're like when they're angry. I wonder what they're like when they're sad. I wonder how they're gonna handle me when I'm angry and when I'm sad. And like, these are the things I was kind of working through. So it was like me becoming my own therapist in my head and saying, okay, how we gonna do this, girl? Like, what's your next move? Like, that's pretty much it. Just sorting out all the crazy thoughts that go through your head when you start realizing that you really like someone and like you want to pursue someone. It's like you're fighting yourself at the same time, like, no, I didn't want to do this. And then you're also like, but yeah, so yeah, it was just like, yeah, like a little mini argument in my head.
Yeah, so you mentioned therapist, and I saw the video too. So is that where the video idea came from?
Actually, the video idea came from my business partner and my life partner. She came up with the whole thing. She was able to just talk to me honestly, and shout out to Tony Renee for just being able to like really help me brand develop. Like, she's amazing at that. For a long time, I was just like, yo, I don't really know who I am right now as an artist because so many people keep telling me what I need to do, what I should dress like, how I should do my hair, what I need to write about, how I need to do music, what kind of music to do, that I just was getting lost in the sauce. And I'm like, damn, I'm starting to feel like I lost myself. Like, I'm losing who I am authentically, and truly. But she is someone that was able to really sit down with me and really get to the nitty gritty. And like, we dug deep, like, honestly, like really deep in conversation about just who I am. And I realized that I was really afraid of who I am for some reason. Fear is so stupid sometimes. Like, fear just be getting in the way. And it's so silly that once you do it, you're like, oh, I really had I had nothing to fear or worry about. But that's where the whole scenario with the video came from. It's her just talking to me about what I was feeling when I wrote the song and how I felt and what the song was about. And that's how she was able to kind of dig deeper and be like, oh, so you were kind of just like your own, like, you was having conversations in your head, like, this is a whole mental battle for you. What if we put you in a room to be in a therapist room, but we make it to where you are the therapist on some Eddie Murphy shit, So I was like, yeah, that's genius, because that's exactly what I was feeling. So it's a blessing to have someone like that on your team that's able to really pull that kind of thing out of you, rather than just letting you just being like, yeah, whatever you want to do, I'll do whatever
Yeah.
you want to do. You know what I mean? It's because sometimes
Mhm.
us artists need help doing that, because we're already in our heads about it. We all got issues, to be
Yeah.
honest. So it's just, yeah, it's nice to be able to do that. And that's where I didn't want to take credit for that, because I don't have any credit other than my song being the inspiration behind the video. But she really pulled that out, and she really came up with the whole script. So shout out to Tony Renee.
All right, we're gonna get into issues. We'll be right back on You Can't Sit With Us Radio.
This thing, I used to call you my king. You were my everything. Now it's starting to change. Nothing.
Hey, what it do? This your boy, L Ambitious. Some of y'all might know I also own a music production group called Threshold Brace Productions. Now, if you're watching or listening to this episode right now, and you hear the music playing in the background, that's a Threshold Brace production. So, any artists, if you're looking for beats, hit us up. Threshold Brace got you. If you got your own podcast or you need music for a movie or whatever it might be, hit us up, man. We got you. Threshold Brace production links will be in the description below. Email as well if you want to contact us. But any artist, if you're looking for beats, mixing and mastering, and studio time, hit us up. We got you. You can Google Threshold Brace Productions to check out all our music. You can actually go on the You Can't Sit With Us Radio podcast page as you are right now and check out Threshold Brace music videos and the music that we have made as well. So, but thank y'all again. Thank y'all again so much for supporting this podcast. I hope you're enjoying the episode that's currently playing right now. And until next time, man. Yo, welcome back to You Can't Sit With Us Radio Q.
Yeah, so I mean, really, I just want to kick it off, second part, and just say, like, how are you feeling right now, just about like 2026 and how you plan to present yourself as an artist, things you have planned, releases, whatever. Just how do you feel about your career and just life right now?
I am so excited. I have never been this excited about my music before in my life. And that's literally because, like we discussed, the whole authenticity thing. This time I did everything my way. Like, you know, I was able to record myself, pick out the producer that I wanted to work with. We were able to work on an entire project, an entire body of work together without other outsiders being involved in it. You know, I'm just excited. Every piece of music to me, like, sometimes I give myself an ear break and I go like a month without listening to my music. I'll gather inspiration from, you know, other artists and things like that. But every time I go back to listen to my project, I'm like, damn, this is good. This is so good. And like, this is the first project I've really been able to pop my shit. Like, lyrically, sonically, like, this is a whole, I want to say it's a new me, but it's not, because it's always been there. It's always been here. And it just needed to be brought out. And I really just needed to get my own equipment to just sit in a room where I feel completely just safe. And not that I've recorded anywhere where I didn't feel safe, but there's nothing like being in your home. You know, this is your home, your sacred space, and creating. And so I'm excited. I have a project on the way. It's already finished. I finished it 2 years ago. We rocked with issues last year for a whole entire year to just kind of gain some buzz and some interest. I was able to book a lot of shows. My first show out here in Phoenix was sold out. Shout out to Akeem Ali. That's the homie right there. And you know, from there I was able to book other shows and other festivals. I just performed at the very first AAPI music festival for
I meant to ask you about that.
That was lit. It was amazing. And it's a beautiful thing too. The people that curate the whole event actually they are so big into the community, especially the homeless community too. So I think that's just beautiful. It's completely aligned with who I am, and I'm grateful to have been the artist that they chose. I also am super grateful to be receiving an award on the 7th of February of this year for Best New Artist in Phoenix. So that's what it took right there. Just one song to just bet on myself and just allow my team to just do what they do best, and that's just what they do, you know. So I'm excited. I'm going to be dropping a lot of new singles, um, new songs, and they will be straight from my project. I'm going to be doing something that is very new to me that I've never done before, and that's going to be something they call waterfalling a project. So it's where I set a release date for my project, and artists. There's a lot of artists, honestly, out there that like major artists that do this. Kaylani's one of them. I think Drake has done this for a long time, honestly, and a plethora of other artists. But have you ever noticed how an artist will release a song, then you go and you add the song, and then you see there's a whole project there, but the only one song is available on that project. And you might not
Yeah.
have known that they had a project that was on the way. But now you're like, oh snap, I love this song. I'm gonna download the song, and now I know I can pre-save the project as well. So let me go ahead and just pre-save it so I could be one of the first to hear it. That's my strategy for this whole project, is to allow every song that I drop as a single to feed into my project and get people to want to pre-save the project. Because if you honestly, I feel like there's a song for every single body on that song. There's a song for everyone. I mean, on the project, there's a song for everyone on that project. Someone's gonna feel something off that project. If it's not all of them, it's gonna be at least one of them. So I'm geeked. I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm actually dropping another single called Big Baely pretty soon. It's pretty much just a reintroduction of who I am. And yeah, it's lit. It's lit over here.
That's
Shout out
fire.
to Corey Hendricks as well. Sorry, oh my God, Corey Hendricks. Basically, honestly, the way this man produces, but Corey Kendricks is his name. He was just signed by Conway. Um, he's an amazing artist that I met out in Denver, Colorado. He produced my, entire project musically. And I actually have one song with him too, because he's not only a fire producer, but he's also an amazing writer and rapper, artist all around, honestly, because the man can actually sing a little bit too. So, yeah, that's it.
Yo, speaking of home studios, have you ever been in a house with a basement?
With a basement?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom had a basement.
All right. We come to find out a lot of people ain't been in basements before. So.
For real? Out in Tennessee?
I'm everywhere.
Apparently, basements aren't as common in certain states.
Yeah.
That I can understand, depending on the terrain, I believe.
Yeah.
Like New Orleans and Florida, you can't have a basement out there because it's gonna sink.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure in North Carolina it's like that too. They don't have basements out there. It'll look like it's a basement, but it's really like when you go around the house, it's just like dipped off. I don't really know what to call this, but it's not a true basement because it's not completely underground. So yeah, I guess in North Carolina they don't have basements either. They have like crawl spaces out there, I think. But I don't think that's a basement either. A crawl space is under the house.
Nah,
so
I don't think it is either.
Yeah, damn, I didn't really think about that. I've only ever been in a basement in Colorado. That's crazy. I didn't even Wow. Yeah, I wondered why that is.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's
I guess like you said, it's just based on terrain.
Yeah. And then all the newer houses, they're not really making basements anymore.
I'm sure it's like probably a headache with like leveling the house and things. And like, yeah, especially out in like California where the earth is always just in tremors out there. What made you ask me that question?
We had an artist she's from Memphis, but she lives here in Nashville now. But and I forgot how that came up because cause so in my mom's house I had a basement studio down there,
Oh,
and I was telling her I had one, and she was like, I ain't never been in no basement before. She asked me if I had pictures on my phone, which was weird, but yeah.
Wait, I didn't
But
catch that part.
make
Oh, I
sense.
didn't catch her ask you if you had pictures of the basement. That's crazy. It's like a magical place.
It's dark down there, girl. Ain't no windows down
facts.
there. It might be like a sliver of a window. It's always some big ass spider that is just ungodly. Like, why is your big ass down here hiding in the corner? Like,
There's
it'd
very
be
few
cold down
like
there.
fly basements. For real.
Well, he know
Yeah.
my the basement studio I had the whole I had a whole recording studio, a gym down there, and everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
that's
was going
lit.
crazy with it. I'm
That's
not mad
what's
at
up.
that. He was going crazy with his.
That's a dream of mine to be able to have a whole, like, I have my home studio, which I really adore. I love my home studio, don't get me wrong, but I would love to have one day just like just one room, like completely, like not a room but like a basement or something like that, to or an attic. I could do attic, um
Like
to
a she
completely
cave.
just,
I think that's what my
yeah,
fiance calls it,
just
like a she
exactly
cave.
completely turn
Yeah,
into my home studio and a, like a content creating area. That would be lit.
that's
I'm
fire.
gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
This is recorded, so right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we never. I'm
Alright.
coming back. I'm gonna message you in like
Yeah,
a
we
year
gotta
and a half.
revisit
Like, yo,
this.
so how you coming on that?
Like, I did it. Remember y'all did that that podcast that one
You
time?
gotta drop the, you
I
gotta
ain't have
drop
no
the clip on
furniture in
the
my
same
apartment because I was moving.
day.
God.
Keep going, ambitious.
I was just gonna ask you real quick. So, you know, since the last time we saw you, you done opened up for a lot of artists on stage and all that. If you want to name drop, you welcome to it. But I just want you to, you know, talk about like those experiences and you know just meeting all those like mainstream artists.
Every experience that I get on stage is the most amazing experience to me. I mean, sometimes we have hiccups and the sound is awful, and we've all experienced that as artists. Like, anybody that has ever performed on stage, you know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to having to deal with that in-house sound engineer that is grumpy and having a bad day and they don't want to fix your sound. I've been there all too many times, but I think the best thing that I get out of being able to open for these major artists is being able to learn how they're able to get away with not like dealing with that kind of sound issue, where they pivot, how they pivot, like just their professionalism. To me, I think that's the best part of it, for real. I remember opening for LMA, and as she was sound checking, I just stayed behind the booth. I was like, you know, it was nice to see her, and she sounded so beautiful, and I was like, oh shit, that's her. Okay, cool. What's up? That's awesome. But really, I was behind the sound booth, and I was really just looking at what her engineer was doing. And I was like, oh, what's that? Like, I wonder what that program he's using. Like, oh, that's how they get her vocals to sound crispy, clean, like it's in the studio. Because I'm like, why this microphone don't sound like her microphone? And it's really all the back end stuff that I had to learn. And like, even just like artists that are on tour, like being able to hop on a few stages with those artists, I've been able to learn so much from them on what comes with tour. Tour is no joke. Tour is expensive. I didn't realize how crazy it can be, and how stressful it could be. But like, honestly, that's my favorite thing about opening for these artists. If I answered your question correctly, I got ADHD, so like I'd be all over the place. Did I answer your question right?
Well. No, you did.
Okay, I was just making sure. But yeah, that's it. I won't really name drop because this is this episode is about Baely.
I feel that. So one thing you've been pushing, or I've been seeing a little bit more from you, is pushing like for the people who don't really have a cosign, for the people who don't really have somebody there to like really, put on for them or whatever. They really gotta, get it on their own. They really gotta get
Yeah,
to it. So, what does that mean for you? Like, I'm sure that can relate to, your life in some aspect.
for sure. I mean, it's just me being vulnerable for real. Um, it's me admitting that I've been there and I know I'm not the only one that's felt that way about their artistry, especially when you can say, yo, I've been doing this for so long, and I feel like my music is great and all these things, and then you see another artist and they blow up off of one single viral um, video that maybe has nothing to do with music, or it's just like, damn, like that's what the people chose right there. It's easy to get in your head. Um, but at the end of the day, being an independent artist is just such a flex because it is so hard. We don't have the budget that major artists have. We don't have that kind of luxury. So we really do have to like be humble and believe in ourselves and just really stand 10 toes down on who we are.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about myself, is just really like knowing who I am. It really takes the ego out of it. And I know that people don't owe me shit. You don't have to listen to my music. You don't have to like me. Not everybody's gonna like my music. And that's okay, because at the end of the day, um, I feel like I'm really fulfilling part of my life's purpose um, through music. And it's not just in music, but it's just allowing me to fulfill that part of my purpose. Yeah, just through music, being able to help other artists, being able to touch the community and get with people like the Arizona Asian Chamber of Commerce, to be able to get in my community and help out. And so I think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing to be an independent artist, to really have to stand all 10 toes on your artistry and your authenticity. That's not an easy thing to do. Um, you have to really be sure of yourself. And there's a lot of people that just aren't sure of themselves. So when you're able to be sure of yourself, you can really spark some inspiration in other people to want to do the same thing. Maybe they've always wanted to step out and do this, do a clothing brand, and just because you're out there doing what you love to do, you have a podcast and you're interviewing other artists, you never know how much just you releasing and putting your work out there could inspire other people. Just be like, damn, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Like that right there, that's for me. Like you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get the stuff tomorrow. So yeah, that's the power that we hold, is that it's not all glitz and glam at being an independent artist. It's real. It's like really real. We're working jobs. Some of us don't have cars. We're having to work a whole lot harder um, than just flashing our jewelry and showing our cars off and our houses. This is real life, real relatable shit, and I think that is so beautiful.
Q, I think you muted too, by the way.
That's so crazy. All right, listen.
All right. So, cause we live in a time now where a lot of artists, they like drop music, then they push it for like maybe a month or so, and then they on to the next one. Do you like promoting your music for a long period of time, or you like really and you move on to the next? Like, what's your process?
Your phone is breaking up just a little bit. Can you repeat that for me?
I was saying, like we live in a time where artists like put out music so quick, and then they promote it for like a month or so, and then they're on to the next. Do you like drop music,
Yeah.
or you promoting it for like months, years, or you moving on quick or on to the next?
My first single of last year, I dropped that one. Oh, trust me, I wanted to drop the whole project. I wanted to drop so much music right away, but I needed to be patient because I needed to learn my fan base, right, with the new music that I had. So that was my process. I can't say that it's gonna work for everybody, but my process so far, and I'm still figuring it out. honestly. But my process so far has just, I released the music. Now I have the analytics on the back end to kind of study my audience and see what they liked, what performed very well, what didn't, and move forward with that with my next with the next rollout of songs. I just don't think that I would be able to do that if I just rolled out with multiple songs. Um, Personally, maybe I could have, but this year I feel confident now that okay, I know what worked well with Issues, and Issues did generate some money from me, especially with the merch. It's one of my shirts, by the way. um, but I learned a lot from that. So I'm gonna take what I learned from that release and now apply it to my next songs. And then this year, I'm gonna be dropping a lot more songs because I do think it's important that you drop songs, you drop music consistently. Don't pay attention to numbers. I mean, a little bit. You gotta pay attention to it to a little for a little bit, but don't let it stroke your ego, or don't let it like make you feel bad if you're not getting the same amount of Spotify listeners as someone else. You have to just focus on yourself and focus on your own audience. So when it comes to numbers, you have to really think logistically about where those numbers are coming from, who your audience is, and what are ways that I can grow my audience because this person liked this. There's a group of maybe 5 people that like this video. Okay, how do I get 10 people to like this video? Well, maybe I can get all 5 of these people to interact with my video and share it somehow. And then maybe 5 other people will come on board. So it's just thinking that way and taking the ego out of it. Um, you know, I, when it every artist has their own process, so I can only just give my experience and what I plan on doing and what I'm working on doing and what I've done, and things that didn't work for me in the past. Things that didn't work for me in the past was dropping music and then having no analytics on the back end, just not paying attention to what was going on the back end, what people liked, what people responded well to, or just moving on way too quick. Sometimes that song needs to just marinate a little bit more because people are still discovering the music. And that's how I felt about Issues, is that when I dropped Issues, people were still discovering the song and they're still discovering the song. But now I think that with the next drop, the people that discover this music will then maybe go back and discover Issues. The ones that discovered Issues will then maybe go back and discover who's Baely and say, oh, she just dropped another song called Big Baely. So that's how this is going to start circling and cycling. And like we talked about with the waterfall and other project, then we're going to, they're going to see that I got a project coming. So that's my testimony there. That's what I think about, if you're a new artist and you're just dropping one song and then moving on to the next, that might be your process, but just pay attention to your audience.
I feel that. I mean, the last thing that I really wanted to ask you was, so besides yourself, like, what are you listening to right now? What are some things that are maybe like inspiring you musically, or just, projects or songs that you just enjoy right now?
Man, Sailor
Okay.
is tough. She is
I've been
so
seeing
raw.
Sailor, and I looked at the album one day and I said, yeah, I'm gonna check this out, and I didn't run it back, but I need to check it out.
She is just, her pen game is fire. It's so good. It's just, I think it's because like when I listen to her, I see a lot of my own skills in there. Like I be thinking like, dang, like, ooh, I heard that. Like, I feel like that's something I would say. And then it's just like, it's inspiring. And then I just love how she locked in on her brand. Her brand work is fire. Shout out to her team because they're doing a great job. She's got this whole like kawaii type, like fit going on. It's, super girly grunge. And I just think that's so hard. It's just, her music is fire and her writing is so inspirational. Sasha Keeble, whew, yeah, that girl good. Vocally, I mean, I really appreciate good lyricism. I appreciate it so much as a writer. And like the creativity behind melody and and harmony and things like that. These are things that I feel like got lost for a while in music for a good little while, but I think they're coming back now, and I love to see it. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of girls out there. There's a lot of indie artists, honestly, out there that I have been paying attention to. I wish I should have wrote all their names down because I don't want to butcher anybody's names. But there's a lot of really dope. I think it's become a part of my Instagram algorithm, and I'm glad it is. Indie artists, because I'm discovering a lot of like queer artists out there that are just putting out some bangers, like
Checking
some
out some heat,
serious
yeah.
bangers. They are not mainstream, and I'm just like, bro, this is so good. Like, I'm gonna add this to my playlist. Like, I have been. I've curated my own playlist on Apple Music, and I just think it's just so cool just to hear other artists that are doing the independent thing just like me and got some bangers. Like that
Yeah.
right there. Ooh, it feels so good. It's so inspiring. I'm sorry, I get so excited about it because I
No, it's
just get
fire.
so excited. I get excited about how they're pushing their music, like the way that they are doing their content. It's just inspiration, and it's not just the same old mainstream inspiration because that sometimes it just makes you feel like, dang, bro, like, but you got that big ass budget. Like,
Yeah.
that's like, how am I gonna be able to do something like that? All right, I can do a bootleg version of that, but like, but when you see an artist that's an independent artist that's doing it, or even a mainstream artist that came from being an independent artist, you see them kind of implement that into their craft, and that it's hard, it's fire. But yeah, Sasha Keeble, Sailor. I've been listening. Oh, Banks, that's my girl. I don't know if you know who Banks is, but Banks. I've been listening to Banks for a very, very, very long time. Like
Thinking of Rob Banks.
10 years plus. Nah, Banks the artist. It's a female artist. And it's just spelled just like that. But I've been listening to her for like 10 plus years. And her latest project was so good. Again, the writing, it was the melody behind it, the mixing, because now I'm getting into engineering my own music as well. So being able to take inspiration from the mix of everything, bro, she's fire, super fire.
She's got Dope on
And then
the
also like the old school artists too. Like, shoot, I still be listening to Brandy, one of my favorite
Man.
artists.
Classic.
Man, her harmonies are so cold. They're so tight. She is just such an anointed singer. Like, I love Kehlani as well. Like, who doesn't love Kehlani? K1, like K1 is freaking fire. I had been following her for a good while too, because I loved the way she was branding herself. I loved the way she was shooting her content. It was very simple. It was very approachable. It was something that I felt like I could do that. And honestly, she was a big inspiration behind the rollout of Issues, of when I started doing that short form content of just me performing my music out on the streets in Phoenix, just walking around, just performing it. Didn't care what anybody thought. She had a big like part in that influence for me, for sure. When I saw her, I was like, oh, this is dope. She fly as hell. The song is good. And the content is just an aesthetic. It's just so good. It's so, I can accomplish that. So I appreciate any artist that can like make me feel like I can do it. And I hope that I will be able to do that for other artists too. Like, make them feel like, yo, if she can do it, I can do that too. So yeah, man, I could put y'all onto so many other artists too, because I've been listening to some.
Yeah, I might need to take a look at what you got in your crates.
For sure. I've been listening to some bangers. I mean, even like some of the local artists around here, bangers. No the Zona, bangers. That man got bangers. I hope that I'll be able to work with him very soon, but that man got bangers. He produces, he writes, he sings, he raps, he engineers, he does all the things. And I feel like me and him linking up out here, this will be a Missy and Timberland situation. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, it'd be fire. No, was good.
So actually, if you could take one skill from any artist in the world, like what skill would that be?
one skill from any artist in the world, dancing. I would be like, please, Michael Jackson, send your anointings my way to be able to just dance on stage and sing the way you do. That's what I would say. Not gonna lie. Dancing, yes, I can follow choreography. I can do all that. I've done it in the past. But it is not, I'm not a dancer. Can I dance? Yeah, I can boogie, but
I can boogie.
listen, I can, that should tell you your answer. You feel me? I'll be up there like, hey, you know? But listen, if y'all catch me getting roasted one of these days and people saying I dance like Lil' Kim or Mary J. Blige, just know I'm taking it as a compliment because it's Lil' Kim and Mary J. Blige to talk about.
Oh man. Mm-hmm. All right, so with your time in this industry, like, do you think it's easier to work with men or women?
I mean, I think it's easier to just work with whoever you're aligned with. It don't matter if it's man or woman, for real. That alignment gotta be right. I've worked with some shady women and I've worked with some shady men, so that's why I know that shade, it has no gender. Shade has no gender. Shade has no color. It's shade everywhere, baby. So I think it's just best to work with people that align with you. And when I say align with you, that means like they have the same moral values, they have the same codes as you, they have the same like outlooks on life. They are excited about what they're doing the same way. Maybe you feel like you're excited about what you're doing too. There's a reason why y'all two are on this show together. Y'all doing this together because y'all align with each other, you know? Y'all are both passionate about this. And so, yeah, I can't really say man or woman. Now, I can say that I've had the best experience with women when it comes to management, when it comes to getting things done in a timely manner, I don't know, something about women. They just get it.
They probably do get the job done. I
ain't gonna lie. I be advising all my homies like, bro, the women, you might want to look into getting, if you want a road manager, you might want to look into finding a woman. And I'm just gonna say it's because that sometimes men can be thinking with what's in their pants sometimes when they on the road. And I feel like it's just a hormonal thing that women don't have a lot of, and that's testosterone. So when we go out, a lot of times we're just like, don't talk to me. I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready to go home. I'm over it. My makeup is coming off. My lace front is off. Like, let's go home. You know what I mean? Men, they like, shit. I mean, the lights ain't come on yet. I'm trying to see what she look like with the lights on, you know? So that's been my experience for sure with men versus women, is that I feel like most women are just a lot more disciplined when it comes to that kind of thing. And I get it, because I love women too, and women are just the most beautiful creatures on this earth. I get it. But yeah, I'm also not a man, so I don't, yeah, maybe y'all can understand what I'm talking about a little bit more. And I don't bash men, by the way. I ain't gonna be bashing. I got brothers, you know?
So talk about the second song, Time.
Oh yeah, Time. So that song is actually my homie Ruby Ray's song. Basically he sent it to me. He said, listen, I have this record and I think that you'll sound great on it. I think this would be a great collaboration for us to begin our journey on as two collaborating artists. And I heard the song and I was like, yeah, the song is really good. I love it. I can hear what direction I'd like to take it in, and I was just honored that he chose me to be the one to bless that song. He is the first artist here in Phoenix that I've collaborated with, so shout out to Ruby Ray. Super talented artist, honestly. He's from LA. He is Congolese, so he's from Congo, yes, I believe. And he's dope. He's just a sweet person, like very kind, honestly. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say sweet because he gangsta too, but like, but he's a very kind person. He's not like a shady person from what I've experienced. And yeah, the song is called Time. It is both of our takes on just kind of being artists and being away from our loved significant others, and putting so much time into our artistry, putting so much time into work, and trying to find that balance into being able to spend that time with our loved ones. So
all right, so yeah, we're gonna get into Time. We'll be right back on You Can't Say With Us Radio.
Discuss, you only get invited and acknowledged if you did enough. So take your brand and build it up, but only if you're skilled enough. You suckers on the side just looking salty, you can't sit with us.
Building up a dynasty for the future. Getting out so later I could put my feet up. I provide the foundation, but you gotta build it up. If you're not a hustler, then you can't sit with us. Grinding and shining, that's what we like to do. You can't be lazy and want to go get it back too. Every day we work to be our best.
Yo, welcome back to You Can't Stay With Us Radio. So, Baely, it is time for random ass questions. These questions have absolutely nothing to do with what we talked about today. Are you ready?
I think so. Yeah. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready.
All right. So, all right. If you clean a vacuum cleaner, does that make you a vacuum cleaner?
Yes. No. Wait, no. I changed my mind. Does it? If you do this for a living, then yes.
Okay.
You are just simply cleaning a vacuum cleaner, but you're not a vacuum cleaner.
Okay. Wordplay. All right. If one synchronized swimmer drowns, do the other drown too?
What, are they holding hands?
Yeah.
They
What
might.
was the question?
If one synchronized swimmer drowns, do the other drown too?
Oh, like what?
What kind of high ass questions?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I wouldn't even know what the answer to that is.
They might. Shit. If they just gonna do exactly what they doing and like, if you die, I die. Shit, it might be like that. But I would say if that other swimmer survives, then I'm asking questions. Then you might be in trouble because like, why did he die and you didn't die? Like, why you couldn't help her? Well, no, it's given Titanic for some reason. Jack and Rose.
Can you daydream at night?
No.
Why is that?
You just dream. When you're daydreaming, that's like when you're like staring off, like your eyes are open, you're staring off, and you're just in deep thought. It's not an actual dream happening. If you're having an actual dream and your eyes are open, you don't see nothing else around you. Like you're literally, it's like your eyes are completely closed. You might be schizophrenic. You might need to go see somebody about that because daydreaming should just be like, you're just in deep thought. You might be staring at a corner and maybe you're not paying attention to everything that's going on around you, but you very much so know, oh, I'm in the kitchen right now.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about this person right now. So no, you can't daydream at night. You have to be sleeping. Or you're sleeping, so you're dreaming. You're just dreaming.
Okay. I like that answer. All right, who is the worst person to get stuck in the elevator with?
Somebody with gas.
Happened to me 2 weeks ago.
Damn, bro.
Unfortunate, man.
That's
At the doctor's office, I'm like, oh yeah, you disrespecting me.
Because it's like you want to get mad at them, but also like, what are you
Where
supposed
else
to do?
is you supposed to go?
With their stomach gurgling and hurting.
Yeah.
Somebody with bubble guts on the elevator. Oh, that would be the worst to have to be
Yeah.
on that. Dang, that's
Oh my
messed
God.
up.
Yeah.
That's messed
I
up.
gotta ruin my whole day, my whole week, month, everything.
Yeah, that's messed up. A lie.
What's your most bizarre pet peeve?
My most bizarre pet peeve.
Or it don't even gotta be that.
I can name my biggest pet peeve.
Okay.
My biggest pet peeve. Dang, I just have so many of them. You kind of caught me off guard with this one. I'm not gonna lie. I would say maybe someone that constantly makes a conversation about them. Like when we're talking about everything and everybody, and you just always gotta make it about you, and it's like, hello, we're having a conversation. Or someone that constantly interrupts you mid-conversation. Bro, listen, I'm in the industry, like in the service industry. I work at a bar and I work at a restaurant. And one thing I can't stand is when I'm mid like talking about the menu and going through everything, and someone just going through everything with them, and then they just interrupt me, and and I'm like, I wasn't done. I also can't stand it when people don't speak. It happens a lot, so it doesn't irk me to the point where I'm just like, fuck all y'all. But like, I don't like when people walk into a room and you don't speak. That is so rude. Like, I'm a Southern girl, and like, we don't do that stuff. Like, you will get kicked out of a house for doing that stuff. Where I'm from. Like, for real. Like, it'll be like, you invite somebody over your mom's house and they don't speak to your mom when you come in.
It's just common courtesy. Yeah.
Oh,
you gotta
yeah.
speak
No.
to my
My
mom when you walk in, bro.
My mom is saying, you gotta go. Get out. You got to go. Let me fix the light real quick. But that would probably be my biggest pet peeve right there is, someone that wants to make the conversation about them all the time. That's annoying.
All right, if a turtle doesn't have a shell, is it homeless or naked?
Where do turtles live?
In their shell?
No, they don't live in their shell. I think they're just naked.
It's just an optional home, bro. Not what they actually.
But like, not every turtles don't live in Antarctica. Turtles don't live in like really cold places. Not that I know of, at least. So that's where they live. That's their habitat, their environment. That's where they live. So their shell just has to be something that they wear. So yeah, I'm gonna go with naked. Although, you know who Franklin is, right?
Yeah, the show back in the day.
Yeah, little cartoon turtle.
Yeah.
He go inside of a turtle shell.
Yeah.
That's where he lived, maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
Kind of weird. Why was all his family up in that turtle shell though?
Nah, for real.
Makes sense. No,
questions that need answers.
Man, had
questions that need answers. Oh my god. What else you got?
If a blind person tells you it's an eye for an eye, what is your response?
You right. Because it's a figure of speech.
Alright, what flavor of chips best describes your personality?
What flavor of chips?
Yep.
I'm gonna go for the purple bag Doritos. like
Which one's those?
the sweet chili Doritos,
Oh yeah. Okay. Why?
because it got a little spice, got a little sweetness to it, a little umami. Just give me that.
All right.
There was one question. Okay, so my last question. So if I gave you a check to throw a festival, right, and you call it like Bailey's World, what would be the non musical thing at that festival?
At my festival,
Yeah,
the non-musical thing.
yeah.
Whoa, like that's so cool. There's so many options that could happen. I guess brand wise, if it were Bailey, non-music. Okay, so dancing can't be one. Nothing to do with music, right?
Mm-hmm.
With, I guess clothing would be part of it, but I honestly would want to go even further out from that. I don't know. I like how Travis Scott did the carnival. That was dope. But he already
Yeah,
did
that
that.
was
Like that is really fly. But he already did that. So I guess I wouldn't be able to go for that. Um I would say maybe, and I don't think I would want it to be completely fashion because I feel like everybody that would show up to this festival would make it a fashionable thing. Like everybody would come dressed to the gods. But I would say maybe. hmm, Okay, we've already done camping too, because there's like Burning Man and stuff like that. So I really don't think camping would be the best go-to. I think, what if we just made this a big ass like anime party? That would be fire.
That'd be fire.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. I would
You
like.
have a nice turnout for sure.
Yeah, and when I was in high school, I used to. Okay, my senior year, I was on the homecoming court, and I was popular not on purpose. And I really think I was only popular not because of popular kids, but I was popular because I was cool with all like the nerdiest kids because I was a nerd too. So I don't know. I just feel like the nerds they do it the best because they were always just very authentic in themselves and they
Unapologetic.
didn't care. Yeah. Very unapologetic. They did not care what anybody else thought about them still playing Pokemon cards. And I just thought that was dope. I was like, oh, you play Dungeons and Dragons? Everyone else thinks that's funny, but you take that shit serious. And I'm wondering why you take it so serious. Now I want to know how to play. So yeah, I think anime, like the whole anime, that would be fire. That would be so cool to see everybody in cosplay outfits to my concert. That would be lit. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Somebody gonna take my fucking idea to watch Meg Thee Stallion and be like, "We doing that anime," because she loves anime. So
I'm putting it in all the comments for sure. Like, nah, you took this idea.
You took Bailey's idea.
You stole it.
Put her on a tour. Now let her open up at your festival, girl.
Right. It's only right.
It's only right. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That'll be hard. Now I gotta figure out a way to put it together. Have like all kind of tables where there's like trading booths, like some vendors there that got like the cosplay, like they selling cosplay outfits just in case you didn't come with yours. They got like the vintage area where they got the vintage anime shirts, classics, the Attack on Titan shirts and shit like that. That would be hard. Yeah, that would be fun. And anime is for everybody, so would y'all come?
Absolutely. Oh yeah, I'm into it.
What are you talking about?
That's absolute. That's absolute no brainer.
Okay. Good to know.
But where would you have it at? Like what city, state, country?
I think I would. Oh my gosh. I think I would have it out here. Why not? Phoenix. Yeah, I would have it in Phoenix. Hell yeah. Because Phoenix is beautiful and like just as long as it's around the right time, Yeah, I feel like there's just so much out here, like so much land and space out here that they would have the ability to be able to do that. Like there's some lit ass concerts out here, but here or somewhere like I don't know, LA would be lit too. That'd be pretty cool. Or like a city, some cities outside of LA, maybe San Diego. San Diego would be fire. I feel like they would really appreciate the anime out there just because they have like a big Asian community out there, a Pacific Islander community. So yeah, that's where I would go. Final answer.
All right, hey Baely. Well, thank you for being on the show. Thank you for being on our first episode of the year. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
To social medias, anything that you can say.
Yeah, well, it was nice to see y'all again, first and foremost. Nice to chat with y'all again. I'm so glad to see y'all alive and healthy and well and just skin still glowing. Y'all don't look old and tired, and it's been many years, and y'all still look the same. Y'all look better. So, yeah, my social medias are just Big Baely across all platforms. So BIGBAELY. But the best way you can reach me is through my website, and that's baelymusic.com. BAELYMUSIC.com. That's where I'm going to be posting all of my tour dates. That's where I'll post all of my merch, all of my new releases and songs. You can join the newsletter there. I will update you with everything that you need to know, tickets, all of that good stuff. And then you can also get some really cool exclusive insights on my new music through my website as well.
Right. Well, as always, y'all can find me on IG, Q the DJ, QUETHEDEEJAY, and on Twitter or X, that's the same thing. Also, make sure y'all tap into my business page, man. Quality Unmatched ENT, all one word on Instagram. Book your boy for a wedding, special event, whatever you got. Yeah, ambitious.
Yeah, follow me at ambitious1k on Instagram and Twitter. That's the number 1, the letter K. If you don't know how to spell ambitious, go look it up in the dictionary. Go ask Alexa, go ask Siri. Do what you gotta do. Threshold Brace, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You Can't Sit With Us Radio, all one word on Instagram, Facebook, and what's Twitter.
Y.C.S.W.U Radio, all one word on Twitter or X. Follow us and tap in with us there as well.
Yeah. By the way, if you listen to this episode, watching this episode, hear a fire detector button. That was not mine. That's not my audio.
It wasn't mine.
It wasn't me.
I don't know who that was.
That's
crazy. Whose fire detector is that?
If you can find out, we might give you a present.
Man,
figure it out.
Crazy. I have no idea who that is, but y'all let us know in the comments.
Imagine.
Who y'all think it is?
I'm gonna tell y'all that Baely somewhere that's hot already. I'm gonna just tell y'all that right now. And it's cold here. It's cold. There's no.
Somebody's furnace must have went out. I don't know. Somebody's battery. It's done froze.
Well, yeah, let us know in the comments. You know, we might give you a present. You figure it out.
It says I have issues in Korean.
Yeah, until next time, man. YC.S.W.U, Baely, we are out.
We outie.
Peace.